Hello, awesome people. Welcome to VP's Wealth Radio Show. This is Vijay Prakash, author of Amazon #1 best-selling book, Slumdog Investor. So, today being a Sunday, as per the Sunday ritual, we are going to celebrate Achievers Day. So, who is an achiever? To me, somebody who questions the status quo and they chase for their dreams. They are achievers. So, if you are watching this video, I'm 100% sure that you are somebody who is chasing his dream and you are an achiever to me, right? So we are going to learn from lots of achievers. We are going to look into their stories. I'm going to conduct a lot of interviews of achievers in this section so that we can take the knowledge from them and we can take our life to next level. So let's get started and move on. So let us look at some of the things, what it takes to be an achiever. Okay. So step number one, what I would suggest is go and examine your mindset. You cannot create a positive life with a negative mindset. Okay. So go and examine your mindset. Are you a kind of a positive person or are you a kind of a negative person? You know, ask some of the people around you to give you a genuine feedback, right? Because this is one thing which is very, very important. You have to be positive in order to create a positive life. Okay. People ask me, how come Vijay, you are so positive person? And my answer to them is every day when I get up in the morning, I ensure that I inject myself with positivity, either with the positive literature or with the positive video or with the positive audio. By some way you will have to inject. Okay. The second thing what you need to do is you need to look at the challenges as an opportunity. Harvaker, one of my T Harvaker, one of my mentor, when he came to India, he said, when I was coming to India for the first time, people started saying, hey, it's a filthy place, it's a dirty place, and they started criticizing our country. He said, so what? Probably I will go and create my cleaning business over there if that country is dirty. And if you remember in my previous video, I told you, right, that the money what you are going to make is an outcome of what value you are bringing in marketplace and what solution to this problem you are going to give. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you are going to make, right? Then third thing what you need to do is you have to find something which you will enjoy, because if you'll do something for the rest of your life which you are not enjoying, then trust me, my friends, you won't be happy. Fortunately we are in an era where doing things are easy. You start something and you can start things parallelly along with your job. So I would recommend that find something which is your hobby or something which you would enjoy, and can you build a business around it, or can you do something around it which will give you money, because that way it'll keep you happy, right? Now, the fourth thing what you will have to avoid is perfectionism. Now, this perfection syndrome is something which will not let you finish the things, because you will want to have a perfect business, perfect product. But the point here is, even if you have an average or above average product or services, go and launch it. Look for customer feedback. It is not something like end of the world. There are a lot of myths that once you launch the project and if fails, then you will have a bad name and things like that. No, avoid perfectionism. Maybe you can just do a pilot, right? Do a pilot. Do it a free of cost. Show it to people that this is the product, this is the services I am thinking. What is your opinion? So pilot market study is something which is very, very important. So avoid perfectionism. And another thing is, what you need to do is develop a strong work ethics. I always say this, that you take any area in life, there is no competition. 99% people are not there in the competition. They're just coming for the time pass. Whether you take the examination of IAS, IIT, whatever, 99% people are not going to make it. They just come for the time pass. 1% people who have got the strong work ethics, who have worked it for the competition, either it is for the Olympic, right? The people who go and perform in Olympic, they are not performing for the first time. They are people who have been practicing, and they are kind of living those moments in their mind. And when they come to perform, they just repeat the same relived moment at that particular time. That event they have run so many times in the mind, that how are they, let's say if it's a gymnastics, then how are they going to do it? How are they going to perform? So in their mind's eye, they have already seen it n number of times. So very, very important even for us, that to create a mind movie. What type of life do we want? If the moment you start working, if you will set your goals in terms of what is that which you want to do, in terms of what type of house you want to live in, what type of car you want to drive, what are type of places you want to visit. So those things we don't plan, they happen accidentally. So if you start from there, the chances of success will be very, very high. Okay, so develop a strong work ethics of top people in your field. Look at the top 1%, what are they doing? Look at their work ethics, and then practice something I call as a kaizen. Being a Six Sigma consultant and a lean coach, kaizen is a wonderful method which stands for a continuous improvement. Okay, so improve yourself every single day. Let's say you start improving yourself every single day, and you decide that I am going to improve little more than yesterday. And this is also a practice in gymming, right? You try to lift weight more than what you had lifted yesterday. So repetition and little increase, repetition and little increase, that is the process of success. Okay, so little improvement. So what will happen is, if you are improving little more every single day, and you are improving for the rest of the year in 365 days, your improvement will be 1000%. And that we have already seen in many fields, including gymming, right? The next thing what I would recommend is set an aspirational goal. I would say, if you are somebody who is an employee, and if your let's say annual income is somewhere close to 20-30 lakh rupees, then set an aspirational goal which should scare you. My friend Rajiv Talrecha talks about setting aspirational goal, and it should scare you. Going to moon, it was an aspirational goal, right? Mission to Mars, that was an aspirational goal. This is something, when they happen, they are going to change your life. So if you are somebody who is making money in the bracket of 20-30 lakh rupees, it is time for you to set a goal of at least a crore. If you are already making a crore, then it's a goal for you to set a goal for 10 crore. I mean, every time you stretch your goals, my dear friends, you will become altogether a different person. If your goals are not scaring you, then probably you are not progressing. Gone those days of the linear setting goal, that this year I will grow by 10%. Gone. I have already given this example, that we are in an era where we are talking about exponential growth. Nowhere we are talking about the linear growth. Why? Because world is connected now. Now, if the direction in which you are moving, and it is not fulfilling your dreams, it is not fulfilling your desire, that means you have to be open to change your direction. If you are somebody who is still struggling for the money, then probably you will have to start thinking about education, right? Probably you don't have. I mean, I see people, when I talk to people, there are people who are working for 10,000 rupees from last 5-10 years. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to struggle? When all the people are ready to pay you money based on your skills, then why will you not go ahead and develop skills for which people pay? I see people struggling for 10 hours to make 10,000 rupees in a month, right? Go and upgrade your skills. Check which are the skills which are going to give you more money, right? A great friend of mine who has got a diamond making company, I got a chance to sit down with him, and asked him, so what is your one message you want to give? He said me this, that Vijay, we all have got 8 hours to work, right? In that 8 hours, either you can sell a pencil or you can sell a diamond. Your choice of selling which product you want to sell will decide that how far you will go. Okay, so open to change the direction, right? Now, other thing what will stop you is, most of the people lead their life in a comfort zone. What is a comfort zone? You go to office, come back, watch television, you don't do things to improve yourself. Weekend comes, you go watch movie, or go to shopping mall. Most of the people in the corporate, at least I see it, doing this, right? So that is what is a comfort zone. And trust me, all your success are not there in comfort zone, but little away to something called as the effort zone. Okay, so move from your comfort zone and move towards effort zone. And this is where all your dreams and the desire are there. You know, whatever is convenient is not good. Whatever is convenient is not good. So move from the comfort zone to effort zone. The next thing is do whatever it takes plus little extra. And that reminds me of the story of Muhammad Ali. Somebody asked him, Master Ali, how much do you exercise, you know? And he said, well, I what I do is 10 push-up. And he's like, what are you saying? Only with the 10 push-up you have become so great? And you know what he replied? Well, I do 10 push-up when I exercise and I can't do any more. You know, after my entire exercise regime, I do 10 more push-up. You know, that is what is the magic of little extra. So do whatever it takes and then little extra. Okay, now let's move on. Now I will give you, there is something called as the skill building formula. Whatever skill you want to build, this is a formula which I have learned from the Darren Hardy, who is also an author of Compound Effect. And this book is my all-time favorite. This is like a Bible. Think and Grow Rich and Compound Effect. These two are like Bible for me. I listen to them again and again. As I said, I do more of audiobook. Compound Effect is something which is now, you know, engraved here, right? And once you learn it, you know, everything is going to change for you. So let me now decode the skill building formula for you. Okay. So what he simply says is, so he gave this formula in terms of a number. I have just put I have a little bit modified and put a letter to it as well, right? So 1G, 1S, 5B, 4V, 3A, 30R, and 30W, and 1WC. So this is a magical formula, friends. If you don't have a pen and paper right now, get it, take a note. Trust me, this formula is going to change your life. What he says is, what is that which you want to accomplish in next 3 to 5 years? You know, write down that as a one goal. Let us say you want to participate in Olympic, right? That becomes your goal. Okay. Now, if you have to participate in Olympic, then you have to choose which field you want to get in. You know, whether you want to get in a javelin throw, whether you want to get in a shot put, whatever, you know, whichever area you want to choose. You want to get into archery. So for that, you need to have one skill. Let us say you are choosing that I want to be an archer, right? You choose that I want to be participate in archery. So he says is, set one goal. For that one goal, what is that one skill which is required? Buy 5 best book on that. 5B is buy 5 best book. Buy 4 best video program. Buy 3 audio program, right? So if we look at the archery, you know, probably what are the some of the skills which is required? Of course, regular practice, but at the same time, how people are doing it, how people who have been there, done that are doing it. You know, you will need a lesson on concentration, right? So he says buy a five best book, or four best video program and 3 audio program. Then what he says is 30 minutes you read, and 30 minutes you watch or listen to that video or audio, right? And then start accumulating money. You know, so for example, if you have a 3 to 5 year goal, so first year you work on the book and the video program and audio program and whatever material is available, you work on that, and then start collecting money as a reward so that you can go to one world class coach. Okay. He says you cannot do it immediately, but then, you know, wherever you focus your mind, the universe will start helping you. We know this from Secret, isn't it? So one goal, one skill, 5 best book, 4 best video program, 3 audio program, 30 minutes you read, 30 minutes you watch, and start collecting money so that you can go to a world-class coach. So even if you think that you have to participate in Olympic and you start doing this, don't you think without doing this, if you go to Olympic, compared to the performance when you do this and perform in Olympic, will be very, very different. Very simple formula, but very powerful formula. Every time when I have to build my skill, I use this formula. Okay, quickly, let's move on. Now, another inspiring story, what I want to discuss in today's section is the story of a Julius Yego, right? Now, Julius Yego is somebody who is from Kenya, and he is a javelin thrower, right? He's a javelin thrower and a world champion in javelin throw. And you will be surprised to know he has learned this javelin throw by watching YouTube videos. That is what he tells in his story. And that is why he is also called Mr. YouTube. Now look at his achievements, right? I mean, he has been champion in all African games in 2011, 2012, 2014. At the 2013 World Championship, he got the fourth uh, uh, fourth place, losing a medal in the final round. In 2014, he became the first Kenyan to win Commonwealth Games gold medal in the field event. And at the 2015 World Championship, he won the gold medal with throw of 92.72 meters, becoming the first Kenyan to win a World Championship gold medal in a field event. Right? This is by watching YouTube video. Right? And he won a silver medal in 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro by watching YouTube. So if he can do it, my question is, why can't you? Can't we stop using YouTube for entertainment and use it for the skill building, right? So structured learning is something will take you somewhere you want to go. Okay, let's move on. So I just want to leave you with this quick 4 stories. Success is 99% hard work and 1% inspiration. Now, a lot of people are doing this hard work, but this 1% inspiration is missing. So I work on this piece every single day, because if you want to keep yourself going, you will have to fuel yourself with this 1% inspiration, right? So I want you to check out this 4 story on internet, and I'm sure this will inspire you. I want you to check the story. The first picture, what you see of this kid, uh, this kid, uh, this kid, his name is Ryan. And what happened was, uh, uh, in his school, they his teacher said that they need a certain amount of money to build a well in Africa, so that people can get a fresh drinking water. And I think he was a kindergarten kid, and he asked how much money will it take to build that kind of a well, and teacher just said it will take $50. So he went to all his relatives and everybody, and he collected that $50. But then he said, now will people be able to get the fresh drinking water with this $50? And teacher was not thinking that he'll be able to collect that kind of a money, But when they actually checked the price, how much price, how much money does it take to get a fresh drinking water through a well, they got to know that it will take somewhere between $2,200 to $2,500. And this small kindergarten kid went on a mission of collecting that $2,500, and he was able to collect that $2,500, and they were able to dig that first well in that African country. You can go and check the detail about Ryan's well. And today he is a foundation through which he is giving a fresh drinking water through his well. And that project is called Ryan's Well. So my question is age bar for contributing in people's life, right? A kindergarten kid has now created a foundation. Now he has definitely grown up, but in last 20-22 years, he has done so much. You can go read about him. The other person, his name is this person's name is Eric Van Meer, and he has touched all the peaks of the world, right? All the peaks, including the Everest, Kilimanjaro. Name the. He has done all the summits, all top summits he has done, right? And he is blind. This man, Eric Van Meer, is a blind. You can go and check his YouTube video. Somebody who is in a kindergarten, he is able to collect $2,500 for a well in Africa. Somebody who is blind, he was able to touch all the top of the world, right? I'm sure the third lady whom you see here, her name is Arunima Sinha, who was an athlete, and she was thrown out of the train. I'm sure you would have seen her video. She was thrown off the train. She her leg got cut, but she was the first person to climb the Mount Everest as an amputee, right? मतलब पहली महिला जो कि अपाहिज थी जिसने माउंट एवरेस्ट क्लाइम करा, right? And I'm sure you know Nick Vujicic, somebody who doesn't have arms, who doesn't have legs, you know. And beautiful story. I'm sure you would have seen the video of Nick. And one instance what I can call from Nick is somebody, he said somebody came to him, and you know, he was talking about his beautiful future, you know, his family, his spouse, and that time he was unmarried. And people, somebody who came to him, and he said, hey Nick, you don't have arms, you don't have legs, and you are talking about getting married. How are you going to hold her hand, man? You talk about love, and how are you going to hold a hand when time comes when you are getting married? And you know what he replied? He said, when I will get married and time comes to hold her hand, I will not hold her. If I'm not able to hold her hand, it's okay, because I'm going to hold her in my heart. And you can go and check, you know, he's talking about this thing when he was unmarried, and now he is married. He has a beautiful wife and a kid, right? Somebody who doesn't have arms, you know, little things happen in our life and we start cribbing about it, you know. So my question is, what is that which is stopping you? You know, why are you not going and taking action? You know, why do you choose to be good? Why are you not becoming great? You know, you have to become bigger than your excuses, my dear friend. When a kid can make a difference in the world, when a blind person can make a difference in the world, when an amputated person makes a difference in the world, you know, somebody who doesn't have two hands, two legs can make a difference in the world. Why can't you? What is that which is stopping you? You know? So with this, my suggestion is that this week you read this book, you buy and read this book. Okay, this is a beautiful book called Rocket Boys, and based on the book there is a movie called as October Sky. So you can read the book, or you can choose to watch October Sky, and leave your feedback in the comment section, because trust me, this book and this movie is going to inspire you. Okay, beautiful movie, and the great book, based on the biography of somebody very special. I'll not reveal it. I want you to go and discover, right? So hope today what information I have given you will help you to take action and go to next level. Okay, so that is all I wanted to talk to you in this particular episode today. Thank you so much for listening to me. This is Vijay Prakash, signing off.